All right, what's up, guys? Now, let me tell you how I see this, and it's not good. It's not good. First of all, I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but Joe Biden's done. Maybe I'll name it that. Joe Biden is toast. When you have Joe Scarborough, who is that's why I told you yesterday I couldn't wait to see what Joe Scarborough had to say. Joe Scarborough is the biggest liar on TV. He's if you don't know who he is, he's on DNC or MSNBC. And he basically says he's a conservative, which is it's the biggest lie. He's the biggest Joe Biden propagandist there is on TV, period. And I know people that listen to that guy, Joe Scarborough, on Morning Joe every morning, him and his wife. And a couple of months ago, I think it was March, he told everybody to, if you can't handle the truth, F you or something like that. And he told all of us on TV, sitting home, he told us that Joe Biden's as sharp as he's ever been. This is the best version of Joe Biden. He told us that. He was also one of the people that backed up cringe John Pierre and telling us that we're just right-wing conspiracy theorists and we didn't see what we saw with Joe Biden the last few weeks. And we're idiots and don't believe your eyes and all this other stuff. Well, this morning he came out and he basically said the quiet part out loud, which we all knew. He said that basically, if we want to win and we want to protect democracy, we got to basically get rid of Joe Biden and put somebody else in to beat Trump. That's what he's saying. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm scared to death right now because, again, I don't like Joe Biden, okay? But as a person, as a human being, and as a God-fearing person, I do feel bad for him. Now, he's a terrible person, this, that, and the third, but what they're doing to that man is elderly abuse, period. Now, he came out today. Now, my friend sent me this. My far left-wing friend. He's a far lefty. I love him. He's like a brother to me. I was in the military with him, but he's just, again, man, you know how it is. You got left-wing. He's a extreme left-winger. And you know how you have your left-wing family friends that are just so far left. I mean, I don't agree with this guy about anything. He sent me a video basically telling me that Joe Biden's fine. He showed me Joe Biden in North Carolina when he's standing on stage. Of course, he's drugged up and he's sitting, talking to a teleprompter. Forget what you saw last night. Forget the debate. That wasn't nothing. Actually talking to somebody one-on-one with no teleprompters, no notes and stuff like that. Forget that stuff. The Super Bowl, right? Who the man had a week to prepare for this, mind you. Forget that stuff. Look at when he's on a stage with a teleprompter, with a house full or a room full or stadium, wherever it was, full of people that agreed with him and chanting his name. Look at that, but don't look at what you saw last night. Here's what I think is going to happen, right? They have to replace Joe Biden. Obviously, everybody that told you, cringe John Pierre, Jill Biden, who I think is the worst person, his wife, she should rot for this. Okay, I'm not saying I want nothing bad to happen to her, but when she goes see her maker, this is not, he's not going to like this, okay? I don't wish that on anybody, though, but again, man, this is just, she's not married to Joe Biden, she's married to power. That's what she wants. She just wants power. There is no way in heck that I would put my family member or my wife or somebody that I love dearly in front of, put my thirst for power in front of their well-being. And the guy's not well. She had to help him off the stage last night, Joe Biden. If you want to be president so bad, Joe Biden, just run. You know what I mean? But anyways, what I think is going to happen is two things. One, I'm even more convinced now that there will not be an election on November 5th. That's my prediction. I'm at about 65-70% on that, and I'm still right there with it. I told you that they were going to replace Joe Biden. I told you this since last year. I told you this. Now, it hasn't happened yet, but do you think the chances went up or down after that debate? What do you think, right? So that's number one. I think they're not going to have an election. I think something bad is going to happen. And again, I pray to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, that's not true, okay? I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong for that, or saying that. I hope that's dead wrong, that prediction. But the second thing is they have to replace him. right? If they do have an election and they go through it, they cannot run Joe Biden. They can't. If they have any brain cells and they want to win, because trust me, they want their power, and they cannot let Trump in the office again. They just can't. All the scare tactics and everything they're doing to him, it's obvious and it's clear as day that they don't want Trump in office, and they will do anything they can not to get him in there. Because not only is Donald Trump changing the Republican Party, he's changing the country. He's changing Democrats, he's changing independents, he's changing libertarians, he's changing undecideds. See, you got to understand something about the Republican Party. Let me say this real quick. Okay, don't just look at the R by the name, guys. Most of these Fox News people, not all of them, because Fox News has gotten better over the last 5-6 years. A little better. They're still not that good. Because everybody thinks that because CNN and MSDNC and all these other left-wing state propagandist news media is bad, that means Fox News is good. No. Fox News, a lot of neoliberals and neocons in there, and their establishment Republicans. They don't like Donald Trump, guys. Just remember 2015 and then the other election. They didn't, and the Republican primaries. Just watch the Republican primaries. That's all you got to do. When Trump is against other Republicans, not when Trump's against Biden, they're okay then. When he's against other Republicans, they do not want him to win. They were propping up Nikki Haley. They were propping up Ron DeSantis and all that. They hated Vivek Ramaswamy. Why? Because he's a populist, nationalist, America First person. That's what Donald Trump is. They're America First. They're not with the establishment, and they get their money from the donors and not the elites and the establishment class. And they hate it. Because trust me, that is why Tucker Carlson is not on Fox News, if you don't believe what I'm saying. Anyways, so they have to replace Joe Biden. Who they're going to replace him with? Well, I don't want to give these people any bright ideas. Excuse me, of course, it's windy again. Why is it always windy every time I turn the camera? But obviously the main names are coming out. Michelle Obama, Gavin Newsom, and all this other stuff. First things first. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Two things. One is you got Kamala Harris, cackling Kamala. She is obviously the vice president, so people would think. People, low-level thinking people, not us, but low-level thinking people say, well, why can't she just be the president? Well, you got to look at everything on a national stage, and on a national stage, people don't like Kamala Harris. Even in their own party, they don't like Kamala Harris. That's number one. Number two, and I'm not counting down like Joe Biden. Joe Biden's just crazy. Sorry, guys, about the wind. It's so hot out here, and then it's just windy. Number two, in the Democratic Party, there is a civil war going on right now, guys. Have you noticed? I've been saying this, I've been saying this since October 7th when it happened, when Hamas attacked Israel. This is the Achilles heel of the Democratic Party because these people are such radicals, right? The people on the left, because remember, when the left is going against the right, they let them do whatever they want. You ever notice the lefties never talk about Black Lives Matter or Antifa or the people that rioted against the Roe v. Wade, Roe v. Wade rioters, the George Floyd protest, and, all the stuff with Seattle when they took over those blocks, like 12 blocks of police. They never talk about all that stuff. They burned down city after city after city. They never talk about that. And they let them do it, right? So they emboldened them to do it. So now these same people, those crazy leftists that you let them do whatever they want, in comparison to people from January 6th, right? Now these people think they can interrupt proceedings at the Capitol building. They did that. The pro-Palestinians, they did that. You think they got in trouble like the January 6ers? No, of course not. They go on college campuses. They go everywhere, right? And it's all for another country. They don't even know where it's on the map. And the people that they're protesting for don't even like them. The Palestinian people don't like all this woke stuff and this transgender, all this other stuff. They don't go for that. The Muslim people, they don't go for none of that. But again, these people are so brainwashed and stupid. They're idiots. When they get interviewed and they talk to people about it, they don't even know what they're protesting about. So they have a civil war going on in the Democratic Party. That is why Genocide Joe, they call him, is unpopular. This is why Jamal Bowman didn't get reelected. Jamal Bowman from New York City, the black dude, the idiot. right? I should challenge that dude to a boxing match. We're about the same size. What you guys think? Think I can take him? Let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'll challenge this dumbass. But he's out of office now, so I don't care. Maybe I'll just debate him. And trust me, I'd mop the floor with that stupid ass. Anyways, so that's why the squad members are getting ousted, because they're too far left, right? Instead of thinking about America, and even on a smaller scale, Israel, right? Because they're our allies. And I'm not saying you should or not. I'm not going to talk about that standpoint from that stance. But instead of that, they're saying, "Oh no, you need to back the Palestinian people, aka the Hamas," right? And Hillary Clinton and them ain't having that. That's why they got Jamal Bowman out of there. So you got the left wing fighting against each other. You got another factions of the party that hate Joe Biden for other reasons, because they think he's too old and this, that, and third. They're talking behind the scenes. But now you got Joe Biden, who just absolutely, after a week, and maybe a little bit more than a week, being stowed away and practicing, not only standing up and for the debate, but he was changing his sleep schedule just to get ready for a 90-minute debate. And in the history of debates, and I don't know if as some of you watched this or I told you this, I've watched every single debate that's ever been on TV, and I read about the rest of them. This is by far the worst debate performance in history, and I'm not mincing my words here. That's the truth, okay? In my estimation. And the whole Democratic propaganda news media all turned against him last night and today, right? Despite his rally in North Carolina, his scripted rally with a teleprompter. So they're not coming out and saying, "Oh, this, that, and the third, we're going to replace him with this person." But when they say that stuff out loud, and these are people that basically played damage control for him these months and years, it's over for Joe Biden. It's over. So who do I think they're going to replace him with? Again, they can't do Kamala Harris because she's so unpopular with the pro-Palestinians, and also people just don't like her. And if you don't know, read about her and her staff. Her staff hates her. And a lot of black people don't like her neither. Now, the black women like her. Now, don't get me started on that. I might make a specific video specifically about black women. I love my black women, right? So you can't obviously choose Kamala Harris, because she's even maybe less popular than Joe Biden, and she's dumb as hell too. So who can you do? Who can you on a national stage? Who can you bring in to replace Joe Biden? Because let's be clear here, guys. Let me just say this. No one on the Democratic Party is voting for Joe Biden, okay? They don't like Joe Biden, all right? They just like the Democratic Party, their policies, and they hate Donald Trump. That is it. You never see people wearing Joe Biden shirts out and about, unless it's that stupid rally in North Carolina. Do you see Biden? Leave me a comment in the comment section. Tell me if you see a Biden-Harris t-shirt. I don't. And I'm in it's a little bit more red now, but I'm in a blue-red situation. I'm here with people wearing t-shirts all the time. I'm in Las Vegas. The strip is right down there. I see people all the time. I see people always having Trump shirts or Trump flags or American flags, because Democrats don't like American flags. They like LGBTQ plus I, whatever the flags, okay? So it does matter who they pick, but it doesn't matter who they pick, because if they pick somebody that's popular and has a few infinity stones of wokeness, what I think, if I was their advisor of the Democratic Party, I would pick Michelle Obama and Pete Pete Buttigieg. Excuse me. The gay transportation secretary. Reason being is he's got an infinity stone of wokeness. He's gay, so he's part of that community. And then you got Michelle Obama. Gavin Newsom is dangerous, but he's not well known around the country. Neither is Pete taking up the Buttigieg. But you got Michelle Obama. It really doesn't matter. And if you're Michelle Obama on the top of the ticket, you don't want Gavin Newsom there, even though he's a great speaker and everything, because his state's just so messed up. So it may be that ticket. I don't know who they're going to replace him with. But at the end of the day, it's not about the person. It's about the policies, guys. And no matter what, these idiots on the left and these brainwashed fools, these sheeple, are going to vote no matter what. They're not going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to vote because Joe Biden's in." No, they're not going to say that. They are going to market the hell out of this person. And the only one that's up there on the national stage or national level of recognizability is going to be Michelle Obama, because there is some pretty good quote unquote people off the bench in the Democratic Party that would definitely go good. And I'm talking about from their standpoint, not our standpoint. That would definitely go good with their progressive ideals, but nobody knows who they are. So they have to be. There's not enough time to try to get to know them. Even with Gavin Newsom, he is known somewhat because he's been making his round too over the last year, making his rounds. But again, he's not a national figure for the most part. He's a second-tier national figure. So they have to go with Michelle Obama. They have to sell the Michelle Obama, Barack Obama thing and get them back in the White House. And I'm definitely afraid of that. So I think that's the plan. Step one, don't have an election and keep Joe Biden or whoever the puppet is in charge. And that's another thing. This is the question that I have for people who don't like Joe Biden or who was going to vote for Joe Biden and don't want to vote for him now. Now that you know that you were lied to, and pass this video on to somebody that's a lefty or liked Joe Biden. Nobody likes Joe Biden. After you saw that debate last night, and him actually absolutely going unhinged on that, answer me, riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this. Who the fuck is running this country? You think that guy is? I've been telling you he hasn't been. If you think for 1 minute that man is running this country, I got a bridge to sell you. So, step one, no election. I'm still 70% sure of that. Step two, replace him with not only Michelle Obama, but another person that has one of the Finney stones of wokeness, and that's Pete. Take it up the bucket. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, despite all that, right? We are winning. The mainstream media is coming apart, guys. They are coming apart. And in order to keep up their integrity, they had to tell the truth about Joe Biden. Don't get it twisted. Don't say, because they say, oh, we're not going to spin this one. That's what they said. Oh, we're not going to spin this. You're not going to spin it because you couldn't spin it, Joe Scarborough. Even The View, the most deranged person is Sunny Holson. That is, I will say this. That is the dumbest woman on television, Sunny Holston. Go look at The View and what she said about the debate. My God, man. Pray for this country. And if anybody watches that, listen to them. Man, we need to, after all this stuff is over with in a couple years, we seriously need to do a study on these people with Trump derangement syndrome and the people on the left that think men are women and women can be men and all this other shit, man. I'm serious. This is a case study that'll be beyond belief in the next few generations. So pray for this country. I love this country and I love you guys, man. I really, really do. God bless you and your family, and God bless the United States of America. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.